Hello and welcome to me trying not to melt. I'm starting out like this. I know I am sweaty and I will be taking this off, but I wanted to show you my finished object on. I'll just pop my hair back. I decided to wear my hair down because it's in pictures I prefer my hair down, and I was taking pictures of my finished budding jumper and something else, and here it is. I'll just stand up. This is it. As you can see, it is cropped. I have elbow length sleeves, and yeah. Now this is the budding by Johanna, and it is, if you're looking for it, it is a cardigan pattern, but it has instructions for how to basically how to turn it into a jumper. And it's knit top down, colour work at the beginning, no colour work for the rest of it. I used 28 grams of the whitish colour here, which is Dottier Dye Works Merino DK, which is superwash DK, superwash merino, sorry. I know. The blackish grey is and the white is called Mystery, but as in mist. The blackish grey is Wollmeise lace garn held double, and I was putting it into Ravelry because for now Ravelry still works for me as a database. The forums are out of question, even with the so-called classic Ravelry, which isn't the same. I know they claim it is the same, but it's not, as the old version. But in dark mode, I can manage projects fine. And when I put it in, it suggested Grafrats, I think. Or it's a mouse alt, but I already had a Grafrats in, so. And the main colour is also Dottier Dye Works. It is the Autumn Leaves colourway. It's also in the Merino DK, which is still a superwash merino and not a superwash DK. It's the same. It's both. And let me just take it off, because as I said, I am dying, and this is going to be such a beautiful shot. I am so sorry. We are having a heat wave. Yeah, my hair doesn't like the heat wave either. We are having a heat wave, and even though it's windy, it's overcast, we had rain earlier today, so exciting. It is still warm, really warm, and you shouldn't be wearing a colourwork DK weight wool jumper in 20 plus degrees Celsius. No way. But I did it for you. I only did it because I already had it on, and I had the door open while I was taking pictures. Unfortunately, as much as I'd love to have it open now, I can't, because the neighbour has friends over, and although I'm sure they have really interesting conversations, I figured didn't really blend with what we're talking about. To be honest, I don't know, because they are speaking in the Greenlandic language. So yeah. Oh, this is the inside. Whatever. Budding Anna Johanna. And while this uploads, I will put up photos on my Instagram so you can see it modelled more extensively, as in you can't hopefully tell that I'm dying from heat. Something else new is I finished my Sew Over It Lois dress, and I'm going to pop this on Instagram as well. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. And I should say modifications with this is the sleeve length. I have more stitches in the front than in the back after separating for sleeves and body and arms. I was about to say sleeves and arms. But yeah, and I think it's slightly shorter than what the pattern calls for. Now, the Lois dress. Don't know if you could hear that. First of all, this is a slightly thicker linen fabric that I bought in Japan 2 years ago when I went with my friend Camilla. And it's been in my stash and I haven't known what to do with it because it's not really, it's a heavier weight linen, so it's not really something that will act the same way as a thin linen fabric, which is what my mind is slightly gravitating towards because of the heat. It all comes down to the heat. I know. But I saw the Lois dress, and the Lois dress is a faux wrap, as in there is no wrap. It's all fake. And I do love the look of a wrap dress, and these dots here, or pleats here, really give it that wrapped look. And you have elastic in the back just to kind of give it a more fitted look. Here we go. I chopped 8 centimeters off the length, mainly because that makes it about knee length, and that's the length I prefer. I added in pockets, and I think they look okay. This one is probably better than this one, but it's not so bad that I want to redo it. That's what I wanted to say, redo it. So yeah. Not a whole lot to say. It has a split hem, which is obviously longer in the real version. And yeah, let me see if I can get down again. Okay, so ta-da! Other modifications: shortened the sleeve. The pattern tells you, and this is a fold over cuff, that you don't really, it's a split cuff, that you can fold over. I don't mind either way. I felt that the sleeves were a bit too snug in the original, so instead of the 5/8 of an inch seam allowance, I have 3/8 of an inch. So not a whole lot, but just a little more room to move. And you have this tiny little colour which I would have preferred a more forward colour, but you can't really with the way the colour is made. So yeah, no zippers, no nothing to get in and out. Just put it over your head. Yeah. So hot. Sorry. Oh, and one last thing, which I just did up today, and it is sort of connected to me not recording next Sunday. I know. I thought to myself, that's a bit cryptic. I am going on holiday tomorrow. I'm not going to Russia. I was supposed to go to Russia at the end of August. That's not going to happen now. So instead I am taking my holiday early. That's to say I'm taking 2 weeks now and a week in August. And I am going home to see my parents and spend some time with them. That's all fine and dandy. But it's supposed to still be sunny. I am not, just wearing something hot and I'm red. And believe me, it gets even worse in the sun. I feel very patriotic in my colours being white or red. There's no in between. I don't tan. Well, the red isn't a burn, it's my skin reacting to the sun, which is just as bad, believe me. But it doesn't hurt like a burn would. People don't seem to understand how that can be and will ask me and say, oh, that looks like it hurts. It doesn't. Oh, believe me, I do get burns and those hurt, but I'll be red before I burn. And then I'll be like neon red. So my dad's the same. It's my dad's fault, he's ginger. He was before he lost his colour. So, yes, I made myself a sun hat. This is the Sorrento bucket, and I can actually see out underneath this for extra protection, but this also works. And fun fact, this colour here, fabric here, is the same fabric I used to make the pockets out of. It is a Liberty lawn. I think it's a tanner lawn. And the outer material is the dress. It is called the Sorrento bucket hat. It's by Elbe Textiles and it's $2, I think. So, and it is completely reversible. I didn't do the best at sewing this, but yeah. And I can wear it with a, I can wear it with a bun underneath. So that's good because this is not happening. No. In the heat I always want to shave off my hair. I know. So yeah. Now, other things I've been working on. while losing my mind in the heat. And just having, in general, a week where I just wanted to... I just had that whole, oh, F it all, I'm leaving feeling, which is basically fatigue, pandemic fatigue, working from home fatigue, lots of things. Basically, I just need a break. Which is quite handy when you do have a holiday coming up. So, I did a fair bit of knitting on the bodding. I had split for the body no, I was just about to split, I think, for the, again I want to say arms and sleeves. Sleeves and body, so I knit basically half a cropped jumper this week. And I also knit a bit on my Panglossian jumper, which I think you can get as a paid pattern now. It is still free in the on the blog. And right now I'm just using the chart and that's it. And I think this will be a full length jumper. So I was here last and I am here now. I measured it, and to make it a full size jumper I will need to go, so basically I am around here. I would need to go all the way through this and to about here. So a full repeat extra should give me the length before the ribbing. So far, all of this is, with these being the remaining parts of my skeins. This is 4 skeins total. So I'm thinking that, yeah, I can probably do that because these sleeves just need a couple of centimeters of ribbing. The ribbing will be done in this, the hem will be done in this color. The ribbing on the sleeves will be done in the grey. You use just about equal amounts because basically this section and this section is the same, just reversed. So I'm thinking I can make it. And if not, I have a color that is these two mixed that could work for doing both the hem ribbing and the sleeve ribbing to tie it all together. These are La Bien-Aimée Merino DK, and it is Vespa Graffiti, I think, this minty one, which is more minty than it's looking on my screen right now. And the grey is Cassiopeia. So yeah, getting closer to getting done. I have another, let's say maybe 10 rows, and then I am going to have some rest rows like these. So it's not that intense, but I still need to knit it. You need to work on things to actually finish them, she said in the week where she finished 3 things. You might remember that I have cast on the camisole number 2 by oh, maybe I did work on it. I was probably here last time. So I added this. I was going to say I didn't work on it, This yarn is so smooshy, and this is one skein. And I have plenty of skeins hidden here in Boris. This, again, it's much more vibrant on camera. It's much more a muted mint in reality. This is called Firenze, and it is from Coop, which, if you're not Scandinavian, is the company behind some of our grocery stores or supermarkets. And it's a cotton, acrylics and polyamide blend. The polyamide is to give it this little shiny thread that it has that I'm not sure you can pick up. And it's so soft. The reason it's right now just like this is that I'm planning on bringing this with me on holiday because it is on 3mm needles. It's just a bunch of ribbing, so it's mindless. And there are yarn stores where I'm going, so it's not like I can't get other yarn if I run out of or need something else to work on. So yeah, like I said, apparently I knit on this. Who knew? Who knew? And this is by My Favorite Things Knitwear. And it is a modified XL, well, XXL. Because the pattern only goes up to an XL. But Strekkrek, on Instagram said, well, if you just, and she made it herself and we are about the same bust size. And she was like, well, if you go up half a needle size, well, one needle size, so you get a different gauge, it actually fits if you make the bigger size. Now, I'm a loosey-goosey knitter, so I didn't go up a needle size. This is a 3mm needle, which is what the original calls for. I didn't swatch, but I just treated this as a giant swatch. So yeah, that is everything. And I'm cooling down a bit now, but I think as soon as I touch the stop record button, I'll need to stand outside for just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. I probably hurried through all of this, I don't know. Anyway, not a lot to show you because, well, my brain was focused on other things. And I mean, it doesn't seem as impressive to show you an FO. Because there's less to talk about. I didn't cast on anything new. I do know what I'll be casting on next, but again, that's going to be after my holiday because it's the Soul Tank by Jacqueline Cieslak. And it has a bit of lace. And mainly I don't want to start it now and then just leave it. So I'm going to focus a bit on my, oh, that's not it. On my Panglossian. I wonder what Panglossian means. I haven't never looked that up. I'll work a bit on this. Sorry. Should be what the word of the year podcast. That or I know. But yeah, I will work a bit on this. Relax a bit and enjoy that I'm going on holiday. No alarms for me. for 2 weeks. Bliss. Bliss, bliss, bliss. Now would be a good time to remember where I put the remote. Or, not bury it underneath everything. Anyway, I won't see you in a week, but I'll see you in 2 weeks. I hope you have a great couple of weeks and see you next time. Bye.